Hi, everybody. Patty Jackson. Auntie is here. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I go by the nickname Ginger. We start with a hug. There's a lot. Should I start off serious? Or should I just show you the stories and then get serious? I'll start off serious. CBS All Access, CBS's streaming channel, they've changed their name to the Paramount Streaming Network. Their first project is going to be a TV series based on the making of The Godfather. So CBS All Access, they have Star Trek and Jordan Peele, Twilight Zone 2, the remake and shows like that. The CBS streaming network All Access has a new name. Madonna is ready to tell all in a movie that she's going to co-write and that she's going to direct. She outlasted so many people during the 80s. And in the 80s, Madonna was undoubtedly the biggest pop star. I don't know what is going on with her now with the grill and the fake teeth. And to me, a legend just doesn't need to do these things. But she says she wants to tell her story about how hard it was for her, a woman, to become this dominant force in the music industry. Get ready for a new Barack Obama memoir right after the election. It'll probably come out between November 10th and November 16th. Big congrats to Tracy Ellis Ross. The Blackish star has just signed a deal with ABC Network to produce content. Girlfriends, Blackish, Mixes. She created that show. Diana Ross's daughter. Now she's going to be producing content for ABC. Who puts together verses? Swizz Beatz and Timberland. Swizz Beatz is Alicia Keys' husband. He was recently asked after the success of Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, how about a verses with Missy Elliott and Janet Jackson? And he replied, no. He said, first off, Janet is Janet. She's Janet. Missy writes, produced the videos. He just said it just wouldn't go. And he got criticized for it, but I agree with him because basically Janet is Janet. I couldn't even see her doing a verses. See, a lot of people throw out names and groups and da-da-da-da-da. It's gotta be a little balance or in the same genre. Before Beyonce blew up, there was Janet Jackson with the moves and the dancing and the videos. I think everybody has a different era. And whereas Missy was one of those who dominated the 90s, the most creative videos, I just don't think it will be a good one. But Swizz Beatz was beat up pretty bad for saying no to that idea. Now, speaking of Swizz Beatz, he's married to Alicia Keys. This Friday, the new album, Alicia, comes out. She's teaming up with American Express in celebration of Alicia for an unstaged concert, which you can find at amexunstagealicia.com. Big congratulations to LaToya Luckett. She may be going through stuff in a marriage, but she gave birth to a son. Captain America, Chris Evans. He was on Tamron Hall's show. She turns 50 on Wednesday. And over the weekend, some pics were released of his private parts. Chris Evans says it was a teachable lesson. He has learned the lesson, and a hard lesson, but he said, but now that I have your attention, please vote. Now, he did not release them. It was a mistake to get people to vote, but it just goes to show you that you got to be careful if you like taking pictures of yourself. You got to be careful stuff you put on your phone that someone else could get out or that you may accidentally tweet out. But he said it was a lesson that he learned. Chadwick Boseman, he was buried 6 days after he died in his hometown of South Carolina. The autopsy came out, and basically Chadwick died from multiple organ failure due to colon cancer. Got some Sweetie Pies news. Tim Norman, they're saying that he thought that his nephew Andre had robbed his grandmother of $200,000. Miss Robbie was robbed her home. And they're saying that Tim, suspected Andre. A lot of people suspected Tim. The lawyers are talking because the girl that was involved in this with Tim and the insurance agent, she's talking. She basically lured Andre to come to a place where another person showed up and Andre got killed. It was this big insurance plot to get $450,000 from an insurance policy that Tim Norman took out on Andre. Did he think that Andre robbed his own grandmother and Tim's mother? But the lawyer is talking, the girl who was involved in it is talking. They're all looking to save themselves, but I don't think any of this will save Tim. Dancing with the Stars. Who watched last night? Y'all do know that if you don't watch, Auntie got your back. Okay, Sky Jackson, the 18-year-old Disney girl, she did a split. In my next life, I wanna do that little split. You had Jeannie from The Real. You had Anne Heche, who used to date Ellen DeGeneres. She was surprisingly good. You had the guy from Desperate Housewives, Jesse Metcalfe. You had Charles Oakley. He was a little stiff. Nelly did a salsified backflip and kind of got for wearing sneakers. Derek Huff was like, "You're gonna have to put shoes on to finish continuing in this competition." A lot of people didn't like Tyra Banks. They said that she was trying too hard. She was trying to be funny. People are angry. People are angry that she replaced Tom Bergeron because a lot of people think it was ageism. They're thinking Tom Bergeron, 65 years old. They replaced it with Tyra. I think Tyra's like, she's either 46 or 49. But a lot of people did not like Tyra, and they were leaving comments like, can she be the first one to be let go? New season of Dancing with the Stars did have controversy. Oh my gosh. Len popped up. Derek Huff is a judge, but they're going to be filming pieces of Len, popping up in. But Derek Huff was a little sterner than I thought. He won that mirror ball like 6 times. Carol Baskin, the Tiger King lady, that Netflix show that people went crazy about during the early part of the pandemic. Who is she? Carol Baskin is rumored, she's a cat activist. She's rumored to have either had her ex-husband killed or she did it and fed him to her cats. That's the big controversy. Last night, during Dancing with the Stars, the ex-husband's family bought a commercial. The 3 daughters, his former assistant, they're offering $100,000. What happened to their dad? It was in 1997 that he went to Costa Rica and he just disappeared. They haven't heard from him since 1997. When the commercial came on, it was a big, they bought a commercial during the show. Now, during Dancing with the Stars, she got 11 points. She came out to Eye of the Tiger. She can't dance. Now, will they keep her on, because of the controversy? Or will they be like, Carol, you got to be the first to go? It was interesting last night. Who is going to be the first to go? Kanye West, you can always tell when he's not taking his meds. Yeezy is calling himself the new Moses. He says he's not releasing no more new music. He says that the NBA and the music industry are modern day slave ships. Obviously, he's mad at his record company. What a lot of people don't realize is the music business. It is a business. And today it's even more ruthless than ever. It's always been ruthless. But today, artists are not meant to last. The days of Stevie Wonder and Bruce Springsteen and them days is over. They want you to have your hit and exit stage left so the next person can come aboard. They will give you the alcohol, the drugs, the cars, the women. But you got to read that fine print and realize that ultimately you got to pay them back. And they have it all. Don't know if that is the particular case with Yeezy, but he says no more new music. But what do you think about that? That the music industry and the NBA are modern day slave ships. I thought that was interesting. The city of Louisville, Kentucky has given the family of Breonna Taylor millions of dollars in a lawsuit that the family filed. It was 6 months ago that Breonna Taylor was murdered by officers who burst into her apartment and just started shooting. None of the officers were ever charged or arrested. The Kentucky Attorney General is going to announce what they have found. They did some findings, investigation, and he'll announce whether these officers will be charged. Do you think because the Taylor family has now been given millions, it's over 10? They said it's the largest. The previous largest suit like this was a little over 8 million. So whatever the family got, it's over $10 million. They've also been told that Louisville, Kentucky is going to be installing police reform, which includes how warrants are handed out during arrest. I guess no more bursting in and just knocking things and just shooting. But what do you think? Do you think these officers will ever be charged in this? It's a really interesting case. We must never forget her name. But the family of Breonna Taylor, they were awarded millions. Does it ease the pain? Is it a way to say, okay, y'all can stop talking about this now? Or should we never forget what happened to her? I'm a little schizophrenic. I either got to start off serious and then edge into, the lighter moments, or start with the lighter moments and then get serious. Thanks so much for joining me. Leave a comment. You know that I saw it when I give you a heart. I appreciate you guys. Tell a friend, subscribe to the channel. Yo, we're at 37,000. It's a slow grow, but I'd rather have a slow grow because that means that people will stay. We're at 37,000. We are marching towards 40, and I know that we're going to get it. If you want to follow me on other platforms, my IG, y'all know I had a brain injury, is WDAS Patty. My podcast, Patty and the Millennials. We like do a lot. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio app. You can download them, but it's Patty and the Millennials. And check me out. They call me the meme queen at WDAS Patty, but you can follow me there as well. Our time together, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been taping so much today that I'm literally losing my voice. So we're gonna wrap it up right here. Leave a comment. Love to hear from you, and have a good one. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.